3D Rising is out here in the state of Washington at Mercer Island High School for the Northwest Invitational, and we are talking to Ken Bowman, the head coach at the new Westminster Secondary School out of British Columbia. Coach, thanks for your time here. Just tell us a little bit about your program, how long you've been there, and the growth that you've seen it have in the time you've been there.
We started the program 16 years ago, and we're basically a bunch of box players that are playing the game of field. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to introduce the kids to the American system so that we can get kids to school down south. And this tournament's very, very important for us to expose our kids to the game here, because we basically play an international game where you come down south and you play the American game, which is a little bit different for us to play. But it's a very, very important step for us with our kids coming down here.
Talk about the specifics of your program and where you pull kids from and how you've been able to build it over the years.
We have a very, very well-known box lacrosse, watch your back here, box lacrosse program called the Westminster Salmon Bellies. So our kids, and we're a very small community, and our kids play box when they're 4 years old and up, and they then move into playing field also. And they're with me for 5 years at the high school, so it's a pleasure having the kids with me for 5 years, because I get an opportunity to direct a little bit what they do academically, direct a lot of what they do athletically at the school, and then help the kids transition if their choice is to move on to university down south, or if their choice is to move to university in Canada.
Talk about some of the challenges of getting exposure for guys out of British Columbia these days.
Very, very difficult living on the West Coast, because we know we're sort of in a hinterland, but I think that American coaches want to see, the American college coaches want to see Canadian kids. They need to come out west. And we've had a lot of good kids come out of this area of North America, especially kids like Westberg and Kevin Crowley and those kids playing down south, and they need to come out here and see us.
Coach, looking at your team today, what are some of the things that you think you do well right now, and what are some of the things that you know you need to improve upon to have some better results?
Well, our stick skills, I think, are as good as any of the kids that play here, but this group that was here this afternoon are grade 9s and 10s, 8s, 9s, and 10s, so we're a little bit small, but just being able to come here and play the American kids and get exposed to the game just is huge for our kids.
I guess just as somebody who's been doing this now for over 15 years, talk about the pride that you have in the lacrosse in your neck of the woods and what it means to you.
It means everything to us. You talk to all the kids that play for me. They're in box season right now, and they almost like they have tattoos on their hearts because they're Westminster Salmon Bellies.